Good morning. So I just woke up. You are welcome. Just made my little protein shake. Thanks, Amy Jo, for the awesome cup. Trying to drink that down. So everybody's been wanting to update. I've been super tired. I'm sure everybody will tell you after the surge you're pretty tired. So yeah. So I'm gonna try to give you a quick rundown of everything that happens while you're there, whatever. So you fly into San Diego, and you call Francisco. You tell him what zone you're in. He tells you that, a white Chevy van, our driver's name was Waldo. What up, Waldo? Awesome guy. Every single person, let me just say this, every single employee, every single person that is involved with this is 100% legit. They are phenomenal. I can't even talk. I'm tired. I've been up all night. What acting like little heathens? We're on video. Scap it. There's no telling what they're barking at. Probably a horse. So, everybody is awesome that is involved with this. The doctors and nurses, the aides, the drivers, everybody is phenomenal. So you fly to San Diego. You tell them what zone you're in at, the luggage pickup. And then they come and pick you up. They take you across the border. It is not scary sherry like everybody thinks it is. People are not trying to steal you into Mexican cartel. The news wants to make everything worse than it is. And it literally, if one more person asked me, oh my God, were you doing that? Ooh. So half the time I didn't answer a lot of you back because it literally was on my last nerve when people were asking me that, because I would not have gone if we were not going to be safe. I've literally know probably about 15 people that have gone to this same exact hospital, clinic, what have you. They made it back with all their organs, just except for one less of your stomach, one little less portion. That's why you went over there. You paid for that. You got what you paid for. So, people quit watching so much of the news and actually read up on stuff. I researched this for for about 2 years, and here I am, still here. So, I don't mean to be ugly, but it's just research something before you start acting silly out there. So they take you to the hotel where you check in for a night. And of course you can't really sleep because you're just so excited. Or like me, I was so excited. I was dancing. Me and Mom had a little dance party in the room. So you do that. You stay there a night. Then you get up. They shuttle you to the hospital. CER or SIR. I'm not really for sure how they call it, pronounce it, whatever. They shuttle you to the hospital. You go do paperwork, blood work. They send you up to your room. They get you in a gown. They do an EKG. You do more paperwork. Doctors come in and talk to you. Doctor after doctor after doctor. They tell you their role. They explain everything to you. You get to ask them questions. You can write down questions and take with you. That's whenever I kind of started having the nausea problem. I can't really remember. I was on some medication. And I started getting really nauseous at that point, because at that point, you haven't eaten anything. You've had stuff in your system, but you have not physically ate anything for 3 days. And you're a fat kid going over there, and you're hangry. I know I was. So you haven't physically ate anything for 3 days. You're ready, you're excited. They don't start surgeries till 1400, 2 o'clock. And for that being is they're not the only people in that hospital. So they share it. And what happened was I was the baby of the fat people. So basically I was the skinniest of the fat people. So that meant that I had to go last. And, so it meant that they take the most severe cases and then they work their way that way. So I wasn't the most severe case. I was the least severe case. I was a routine procedure. So they had a lady, they got all of us done. We were all finished with our paperwork and pre-op and everything like that. Everybody came in and talked to us, all the doctors, Dr. Garcia. love him. The doctors that were going to be taking care of you afterwards, the nurse Natalia, love her. So, and every single nurse that I had was phenomenal. Every single one. King Sebastian, hey. So what happened is I started getting nauseous. They could not get that under control. Like, and you literally have nothing to throw up because you don't have anything in your system. I mean, they start your IV and all that good kind of stuff, but they're really trying to not give you too much before surgery, you know, whatever. So what happened is we had a plastics case was before us. Well, that was the operating room. All the other operating rooms were taken, and the operating room that we were going in, like, that case was running. You cannot foresee this stuff. Like, you can't. Like, you absolutely cannot foresee these kind of things. So that plastics case ran long, and then the first case, she was a gastric bypass revision. So that takes anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. And then, so I did not go into surgery until 8 o'clock. Oh my Lanta. Like, I was ready to eat the arm of the hospital bed off. Like, I was done. I was like, take me back and put me under. From the time that they took me back, from the time that they took me back was like maybe 50 minutes. From the time they took me back and Dr. Garcia was back up there in street clothes, like, it was wham bam, thank you ma'am, it was good to go. So he said that my surgery went perfectly. He said that I responded to it perfect. Like, everything went as it should. I woke up in recovery and I was freezing. I wanted to throw my toenails up. Like, I did not feel good. And I'm just telling you straight up, I did not have a good experience from the anesthesia because I didn't have anything in my system to absorb it. So I had hell. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was very bad for me, and that's why I didn't respond to a lot of people, because I was walking with a trash can, because you have to walk to get the gas out that they blow your body up with, blow your stomach up with. The gas pains were pretty gnarly. Mine went all the way up into my shoulder and into my neck, and well, this is it. This is how I go. Jesus, tell them that I love them, because you're taking my last will, because this is it. But that's just how you feel at that time, because you have so many emotions that are going on. Like, it's just whatever. So 4 people went, 2 people didn't get sick. I was one of the people that got sick. Another guy got sick. He was throwing up blood, which is actually common because you just had your stomach cut on, and that's where everything comes up from. So it wasn't a whole bunch of blood. About 24 hours afterwards, I didn't really sleep. Like, I was up and walking. Like, 5 minutes after they brought me back to my room, I was up and walking the halls. Like, I was like, come on. And that's what they tell you. You have to walk. You have to walk. You have to walk. You have to get that gas out. Like, that's going to be the best thing. And that's what I did. I walked probably every 30 minutes to an hour. I tried to drink. I couldn't. Thank God that they were hydrating me through an IV, because I really would have been in a bind. But everything got lined out. Everything was awesome. We everything went good. The nausea, pain, like, finally went away after the anesthesia got out of my system. Then they give you your last IV of your last antibiotics and your last pain medication, and you're like, yeah, you're just like sitting there watching, like, come on, hurry up. So then they finally, like, pull my IV, and then they're like, okay, the doctor's gonna come in here and pull your drain, and once your drain's pulled, you're out of there. You can chunk the deuce. And that was one of the weirdest feelings ever. It felt like a little wiggly worm was in there. So weird. Took your breath away, kind of. It wasn't like an awful pain. It was just weird and different. So they pulled that. They took that out. And then we get back to the hotel. Sip on some broth, like 3 ounces of broth, and you're full. You're like, oh my God, I can't drink anymore. And you're burping and you're farting, and that's just how it is. And that's just how it's going to happen. So then we're walking around. I walked for about an hour that night. I was I walked because I wanted that gas to get out, like, because I still had some gas pain. And by gas pain, we mean like the gas that's they blow you up with in surgery. So, but later on, you do have gas pain, like from when you're eating or when you're drinking, and the air that's already in your esophagus, and it goes down and it's pushing, and then like the fluid that's already down there, it's trying to come up. So you do have gas pain, and so you burp a lot. So y'all just get ready. I'm gonna be burping a lot. Excuse me, it's the sleeve. My bad. And so we go to sleep, and then the next day is our tour. The tour was awesome. Francisco, love you. You did a phenomenal job. You took care of us girls. We had a great time. We got to go tour Tijuana. It was completely safe. We spent way too much money, but I got a lot of cool stuff. I can't wait to go back with whoever needs a caregiver. I will absolutely go back with you. I think that this was a phenomenal, like, I cannot explain it any other word than phenomenal experience. I'm sure that I know that there are other great hospitals, clinics over there, because I have other friends that went there and they rave about them too. But I can only say from my experience, even though I had the horrible nausea, nobody could control that except for me. That's just how my body responded to it. But, I would do this again in a heartbeat, even though I'm only, I had it done Monday a week ago. So 11 days ago, 8 days ago. I'm sorry. I haven't had much sleep. So, last night I haven't had much sleep, so I'm not really thinking clearly. I would do this again in a heartbeat. Absolutely. 100%. It's one of the most craziest, most emotional things that you will ever go through. I've been skinny before, or I've been in shape and I've been fit before, but, and then whenever you're here and you're at this point, I'm sorry. It's very emotional. And see, it just comes out of nowhere, but it's very emotional, and I want to thank everybody who has supported me and supported my family and my decision to take back my health. See, this happens a lot whenever you talk about it. I just want to say thank you, because it means a lot to, the scale is already going down. Like, my clothes are already fitting looser. You're getting your life back, and that's what you want. So I'm actually up to walking, 3 miles, or I just hit 3.2 miles yesterday, and I walked that in an hour and 24 minutes. And then actually last night I had I ate a little too much, but I didn't even eat that much. Like, that was the crazy part about it. And I eat with a little baby spoon now, so I won't eat too much. But I got sick. I'm sorry. But my roommate, like, she really has helped me. My mom helped me tremendously. Like, if you're going to go, you need to take somebody that is compassionate. You need to take somebody that is going to see you at your probably lowest of lows and your most vulnerable spot, because it's raw. You're exposed. Like, this is one of the lowest points. Like, you need help. You need help bathing. You need help going to the bathroom. They're going to see it all, and I'm not a shy person, so who would have ever went with me? It wouldn't matter, whatever. But, like, last night, like, I started getting sick. Me and my roommate were sitting there watching TV, and I was eating my little meal with, like, my little baby spoon, and I was like, I started sweating, and she was like, "Fran, are you okay?" And I said, "I don't think so." And she's like, "What do you need?" And I said, "I need to go to the bathroom." And she was like, "Which end is it going to come out of?" And I said, "I'm not real confident in that." Pulled a little bridesmaid moment. So we both run to the bathroom, literally both run to the bathroom, and I'm like pulling my pants down. She's getting me a trash can, and she was like, "What do you need?" I was like, "I need a cold washcloth." So she's, stat,